Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Meydan Racecourse here on Thursday. It is February the 21st, 2019. I'm going to look at all the races on tonight's program from Meydan, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world. So we have 6 races to look at. Let's get on to it. Starting off with the first race, the opener. It's the Jaguar F-Pace Handicap, going for a purse of $135,000. This race is for 3-year-olds and upwards, for horses rated 90 to 105. Field of 12 horses, tackling 1,400 meters or 7 furlongs on the dirt course. Only 2 dirt races on the program today from Meydan, so just keep that in mind. My top selection here, I'm going to take the 4-horse 9 Below Zero. I'm going to go 4-2-1 in the Tri-Cash Trifecta. 4-2-1 Tri-Cash Trifecta. Top selection of 4-horse 9 Below Zero. 4-year-old Gellin by showcasing here. Andre De Vera's gets the leg up. The horse's most recent outing came last Thursday here at Meydan during a carnival. 1,200 meters, 6 furlongs, and a 90 to 80 handicap. The horse finished third by 2.5 lengths. Sat towards the mid-pack most of the race, had a great turn of foot in the final 2 furlongs. Switzerland, who finished second, was kind of hitting the wall, but this horse, he was closing up well. I think the 7 furlong trip, the extra furlong or 200 meters today should really suit, and I also think the sitting a little bit closer today hopefully should really do well. The key with this horse is he has to break well. Before that, he ran the 31st of January at Meydan in the Group 3 Alshandaga Sprint, and the horse finished 4th by 8 1/4 lengths there, and he just never got into it. Weakened out of it. Drafted ran a hell of a race that afternoon, or that evening, and then before that, he ran in a handicap here at Meydan on the 19th of January, 6 furlongs, 1,200 meters. He won by 3 1/4 lengths. He sat towards mid-pack early on. Great turn of foot around the top of the stretch, and then he just went away with it. A very good run, but like I said, he has to break well. If he doesn't break, he's not going to win. He's a good poster here today. I think back to a handicap on a quick turnaround. I think he'll really run well. I like the 7 furlong trip for him. 6-1 and a very wide open race. I'll take him. So to recap my selections for the first from Meydan's Jaguar Pace Handicap, I'm going to take the 4-horse 9 Below Zero. I'm going to go 4-2-1 in the Tri-Cash Trifecta. Race number 2 from Meydan. It's the Land Rover Discovery Handicap. It's a handicap going for a purse of $135,000. Races for 3-year-olds and upwards. Horses rated 95 to 108. Field of 14 horses dashing 1,200 meters or 6 furlongs down the turf straightaway. Top selection, I'm going to go to the number 6 horse Dream today. I'm going to go 6-5-10 in the Tri-Cash Trifecta. 6-5-10 Tri-Cash Trifecta. Top selection of 6 horse Dream today. 4-year-old Gellin by Dream Ahead. Christopher Hayes gets the leg up. The horse's most recent appearance came 2 weeks ago here at Meydan on the 7th of February on good turf course, 95 plus handicap, 1,200 meters, 6 furlongs. The horse finished third by 4 lengths there. He stalked early on, and he just never quickened up. It was just second off the break. He should have did a lot better, but he just needs to quicken up today. Before that, he ran at Meydan on the 10th of January, 1,200 meters, 6 furlongs, and a 95 plus handicap, and he won just by a head there. He had a great turn of foot, by a nose. He had a great turn of foot from stalking, and he got there in the end. It was a very good run, and then before that, he ran at Pontefract in the UK on the 8th of October, 1,600 meters, 1 mile. The horse finished 5th by 4.5 lengths. He never was into it, was just passing tiring foes at the end. It wasn't the day to win. And then before that, Newmarket on the 27th of September and a 1,600 meter 1 mile handicap. The horse finished second by 2 lengths. He sat closer that day. He had a little bit of turn of foot. He ran a good effort. Sitting a little bit closer again today should really suit him, and he should like the firm ground. And I think he'll run well. So at 4-1, I'll take him. So to recap my selections for the second from Meydan, it's Land Rover Discovery Handicap. Gonna take the 6 horse Dream today. I'm gonna go 6-5-10 in the Tri-Cash Trifecta. It's race 3. Race number 3 from Meydan. It's the Group 3 Dubai Millennium Stakes. It's a Group 3 race going for a purse of $200,000. This race is for 3-year-olds and upwards. Field of 8 horses going 2,000 meters or mile quarter on the turf course. My top selection here, I'm going to take the number 7 horse here, Team Talk. I'm going to go 7-3-2 in the Tri-Cash Trifecta. 7-3-2 Tri-Cash Trifecta. Top selection, the 7 horse Dream, Team Talk. The 6-year-old gelding by Telefio. Patrick Crosgrove gets the leg up for Godolphin Saeed Bin Soor. The horse's most recent outing came the 31st January here at Meydan in a 95 plus handicap, 2,000 meters, mile and a quarter on the lawn. The horse finished second by 3/4 length. He had a little bit of a turn of foot that day. The winner, Oasis Charm, just ran that little bit of better race, but this horse got around the race course well. Before that, he ran on the 3rd of January here at Meydan and on the turf in the Group 3 Singspiel Stakes, 1800 meters mile and eighth on the lawn. He finished fourth by 4.5 lengths there. It was an improvement off the 2 races before. A little bit of a turn of foot, but he probably needed the race since it was his first off the break. First race since the 10th of March of 2018 that came here at Meydan and the Group 1 Amaktoum Challenge on the dirt for the first time and probably the last time. He didn't handle it. Didn't break well. Never got into it. It wasn't the day to win. And then he ran him in this race last year. Excuse me. In this race last year, and he finished fourth by 2 lengths, and he lost all chances at the beginning. Didn't break all that well, and he couldn't get the good closing kick. But if he breaks well today, I think he'll get a good clear, I think he could run a whole lot better of a race than he did last year. Looking over his races so far this carnival, he's been running very good. So I think he's on the up and up, and I think he's due for a victory. So at 7-1, I'll give him a chance here in a very wide open race. So to recap my selection for the 3rd from Meydan, it's the Group 3 Dubai Millennium Stakes. Gonna take the 7-horse Team Talk. I'm gonna go 7-3-2 in the TriCast trifecta. Let's Race number 4 from Meydan. It's the co-feature. It's the Group 3 UAE Oaks. It's sponsored by Range Rover. It's a Group 3 race going for a purse of $250,000. Races for Northern and Southern Hemisphere 3-year-old fillies. Field of 12 horses going 1,900 meters or mile 3/16 on the dirt course. It's the final dirt race of the evening. My top selection here in the Oaks, I'm going to go to the outside post draw, to the 10-horse Silva. I'm going to go 10-4-3 in the TriCast trifecta. 10-4-3 TriCast trifecta. Top selection of 10-horse Silva. 3-year-old filly by Kodiak Ocean. Murphy gets the leg up. The horse's most recent outing, the dirt debut, came here at Meydan 2 weeks ago in the 1,600-meter 1-mile UAE Oaks trial, and the horse won by 9 3/4 lengths there. Stalked early on, got the lead, and just went see you later to the other horses. This horse just took off and just won for fun. A very easy race for this horse there. Before that, this horse was running in France at Deauville on the 14th of December in a main race, 1,900 meters, mile 3/16, same trip as today, and he won by a neck. And that day, he just took off at the end, but not by much, because he only got beat. He only won by a neck, but it was still a very good run. And then before that, he ran on the Shanxi on the 13th of November, 1 mile, 16 meters on the all-weather main race. He finished 5th that day by 3 1/4 lengths, and he had a wide poster, which quite badly hampered him that afternoon. Today, he is going to have to overcome the wide poster, but I think he's speedy enough from the gate to get a good, clear position to that first turn, and I think he could, take off again. I don't think he's going to win by, I don't think he's going to win like his last race, but, it wouldn't surprise me if he would win like his last race, but I highly think that's, I don't think that's, likely. I think he's going to get over well, and I think he's much the best horse in this race. So at 8-5, ship price here in America, I'll take him as a top selection, but we'll have to get creative in making some money with this race. So here's a TriCast to recap my selections for the 4th from Meydan. It's the Group 3 UAE Oaks. Going to take the 10-horse Silva. I'm going to go 10-4-3 in the TriCast trifecta. Let's get to the featured 5th. The featured on tonight's program is this 5th race. It's the Group 2 Zabeel Mile. It's a Group 2 race going for a purse $250,000. Races for 3-year-olds and upwards. Field of 9 horses going 1,600 meters or the 1-mile trip on the turf course. Top selection here, I'm going to go to the number 6 horse Wooten. I'm going to go 6-8-2 in the TriCast trifecta. 6-8-2 TriCast trifecta. Top selection is 6 horse Wooten. 4-year-old colt by Wooten Bassett. James Doyle picks up the mount for Godolphin and Charlie Appleby. The horse's most recent appearance came the 27th of October at Saint-Cloud in France in the Group 3 pre-Perth. The horse finished 3rd by half a length there. He stalked early on, or actually he set the pace early on, but then he just couldn't quicken up at the end. Just never got the good turn of foot. It wasn't the day to win. Before that, he ran at Longchamp on the 9th of September in the Group 1 Prix de Moulin de Longchamp, and the horse finished 8th by 5 1/4 lengths again that day. Set the pace early on, but just hit the wall completely. Those horses were just much the best there. Recoletos, who won that day, is a very good horse. Even the second place finisher, Wind Chimes, is a fucking good horse. This horse just a little bit too overmatched by those horses there. And then at Deauville in the Group 3, Pre-Morris de Geest, the horse finished 18th by 20 lengths, talked early on, but then just hit the wall against those tough Group 1 horses. Coming here against lesser quality horses, getting the mile trip. First off the break, I think he'll get around the race course well, and I think he'll get a good trip. I also think a front runner should really like doing. Front runners do well on this turf course, so watch out for him here in this race. So to recap my selections for the feature fifth race from Meydan, it's the Group 2 Zabeel Mile. Gonna take the 6-horse Wooten. I'm gonna go 6-8-2 in the Tricast trifecta. So let's get to the nightcap. Race number 6, the nightcap from Meydan. It's the Range Rover Velar Handicap. It's a handicap going for a purse of $135,000. Race for 3-year-olds and upwards horses, rated 95 to 105. Field of 16 horses going 1,600 meters or a mile on the turf course. Top selection, I'm going to go to the 1-horse Symbolization. I'm going to go 114.9 in the Tricast trifecta. 114.9 Tricast trifecta. Top selection, 1-horse Symbolization. 4-year-old colt by Cape Cross. William Buick gets on it for Godolphin and Charlie Appleby. The horse's most recent appearance came 2 weeks ago here, made on the turf in a 95 to 108 handicap, 1,800 meters, mile 8th. The horse finished 4th by 5.5 that day, and he just never was into it. First off the break, the horse desperately needed the race. I think second off, this horse just ran a lot better. Before that, this horse ran at Shuntee in a listed stakes back in October the 12th to be exact, 1,800 meters, mile 8th on the lawn, and the horse finished second by a nose. Stalked early on, had the lead and looked like he was going to go away with it, but then he just kind of slightly hit the wall. Maybe the soft turf got to him, but he still ran a good effort. And then at Newmarket on the 12th of July in listed stakes, 1,600 meters, 1 mile in the July course, finished 5th by 2.25 lengths, and he just never got up the final hill. Well, it just wasn't the day to win. And then at Royal Ascot in the Group 3 Jersey Stakes, finished 4th by 5.5 lengths, and he just never got into it. Ran better than most of the horses there, but again, he still never got into it. He hasn't won in quite a while since early 2018, so he's due for a victory. I think he'll get it here because I think this is the lesser quality horses he can win against, and I think he'll run well. 3-1, I'll take him. Not the best price in the world, but you got to take him. But to recap my selections for the 6th from Meydan, it's the Range Rover Velar Handicap. Going to take the 1-horse Symbolization. I'm going to go 114.9 in the Tricast trifecta. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.